Hey everyone, welcome back to Home Library Book Review. Today we present to you another book review on the 48 Laws of Power by author Robert Greene. This book argues that if you manage to charm and deceive your opponents, you will attain the ultimate power. Author states that the better you become at handling power, the better friend and person you will become. We have divided the review in several parts to accommodate all the 48 laws. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe with the bell notification so that you are the first one to receive our videos. So let's get started right away.
Welcome to Home Library Book Review, where we select a book right from the shelf and explain its learning through easy to understand text, graphics, examples, and animation, along with discussion with family members. You can now order your book review video on www.home-library.com.
Today, we're gonna be reviewing The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
This book is an international bestseller. It gives advice on how to get to the top and stay there. To be able to cover all the 48 laws of power, we have divided this review into 10 parts. This is part 9 of 10, and laws covered here are from 41 to 45. It also has Goodreads rating of 4 out of 5. Is an American author and public speaker, best known for his books on strategy, power, and seduction. His bestseller books include The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, and Mastery. Born and raised in a middle-class Jew family of California, he studied at the University of California and University of Wisconsin to obtain a degree in classical studies. His books are known for apt quotations. His writing commands a wide array of followers ranging from businessmen, prison inmates, war historians, to musicians of show business. But before we move ahead, Arnav, what do you understand by power?
Dad, I think power means ability to do something.
Yes, it could also mean capacity or potential or even capability or competence. You know, Arnav, there is a quotation which says, power is neither good or bad, but its user makes it so. Now, I can't wait to review all the laws of power in this book. How about you, Arnav?
Sure, Dad, let's begin.
Law number 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. What happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. If you succeed a great man or have a famous parent, you will have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them. Do not get lost in their shadow or stuck in a past not of your own making. Establish your own name and identify by changing course. Slay the overbearing father, disparage his legacy, and gain power by shining in your own way. In many ancient kingdoms, for example, Bengal and Sumatra, After the king had ruled for several years, his subjects would execute him. This was done partly as a ritual of renewal, but also to prevent him from growing too powerful. Now that he was no longer around for his honors to go to his head, he could be worshipped as a god. Meanwhile, the field had been cleared for a new and youthful order to establish itself. The ambivalent, hostile attitude towards the king or father figure also finds expression in legends of heroes who do not know their father. Legends and rituals eliminate the human father because he symbolizes the destructive power of the past. The past prevents the young hero from creating his own world. He must do as his father did, even after that father is dead or powerless. The hero must bow and scrape before his predecessor and yield to tradition and precedent. Power depends on the ability to fill a void, to occupy a field that has been cleared of the dead weight of the past. And only after the father figure has been properly done away with, you will have the necessary space to create and establish a new order. Law number 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual, the stutterer, the arrogant underling, the prisoner of goodwill. If you allow such people room to operate, others will succumb to their influence. Do not wait for the troubles they cause to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them. They are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or banishing them. Strike at the source of the trouble, and the sheep will scatter. In the past, an entire nation would be ruled by a king and his handful of ministers. Only the elite had any power to play with. Over the centuries, power has gradually become more and more diffused and democratized. This has created, however, a common misperception that groups no longer have centers of power, that power is spread out and scattered among many people. Actually, however, power has changed in its numbers but not in its essence. There may be fewer mighty tyrants commanding the power of life and death over millions, but there remain thousands of petty tyrants ruling smaller realms and enforcing their will through indirect power games, charisma, and so on. In every group, power is concentrated in the hands of one or two people, for this is one area in which human nature will never change. People will congregate around a single strong personality like stars orbiting a sun. To labor under the illusion that this kind of power center no longer exists is to make endless mistakes, waste energy and time. And powerful people never waste time. Law number 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Coercion creates a reaction that will eventually work against you. You must seduce others into wanting to move in your direction. A person you have seduced becomes your loyal pawn. And the way to seduce others is to operate on their individual psychologies and weaknesses. Soften up the resistance by working on their emotions, playing on what they hold dear and what they fear. Ignore the hearts and minds of others, and they will grow to hate you. In the game of power, you are surrounded by people who have absolutely no reason to help you unless it is in their interest to do so. And if you have nothing to offer their self interest, you are likely to make them hostile, for they will see you just one more competitor, one more waster of their time. Those that overcome this prevailing coldness are the ones who find the key that unlocks the stranger's heart and mind, seducing them into their corner, if necessary, softening him up for a punch. But most people never learn this side of the game. When they meet someone new, rather than stepping back and probing to see what makes this person unique, they talk about themselves, eager to impose their own willpower and prejudices. They may not know it, but they are secretly creating an enemy, a resistor, because there is no more infuriating feeling than having your individuality ignored, your own psychology unacknowledged. Remember, the key to persuasion is softening people up and breaking them down gently. Seduce them with a two-pronged approach. Work on their emotions and play on their intellectual weaknesses. Be alert to both what separates them from everyone else and what they share with everyone else. Aim at the primary emotions: love, hate, jealousy. Law number 44: Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror reflects reality, but it is also the perfect tool for deception. When you mirror your enemies doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. The mirror effect mocks and humiliates them, making them overreact. By holding up a mirror to their psyches, you seduce them with the illusion that you share their values. By holding up a mirror to their actions, you teach them a lesson. Few can resist the power of the mirror effect. Mirrors have the power to disturb you. Gazing at our reflection in the mirror, we most often see what we want to see. The image ourselves with which we are most comfortable. We tend not to look too closely, ignoring the wrinkles and blemishes. But if we do look hard at the reflected image, we sometimes feel that we are seeing ourselves as others see us, as a person among other people, an object rather than a subject. In using mirror effect, we symbolically recreate the disturbing power by mirroring the actions of other people, mimicking their movements to unsettle and infuriate them. Made to feel mocked, cloned, object like, an image without a soul, they get angry. or do the same thing slightly differently, and they might feel disarmed. You have perfectly reflected their wishes and desires. The effect contains great power because it operates on the most primitive emotions. If you do what your enemies do, following their actions as the best you can, they cannot see what you are up to. They are blinded by your mirror. Their strategy for dealing with you depends on your reacting to them in a way characteristic of you. Neutralize it by playing a game of mimicry with them. Law number 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Everyone understands the need for change in the abstract, but on the day-to-day level, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to revolt. If you are new to a position of power or an outsider trying to build a power base, make a show of respecting the old way of doing things. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. Human psychology contains many dualities, one of them being that even while people understand the need for change, knowing how important it is for institutions and individuals to be occasionally renewed, they are also irritated and upset by changes that affect them personally. They know that change is necessary and that novelty provides relief from boredom, but deep inside they cling to the past. Change in the abstract or superficial change they desire, but a change that upsets core habits and routines is deeply disturbing to them. No revolution has gone without a powerful later reaction against it, for in the long run, the void it creates proves too unsettling to the human animal who unconsciously associates such voids with death and chaos. The opportunity for change and renewal seduces people to the side of the revolution, but once their enthusiasm fades, which it will, they are left with a certain emptiness. Let's summarize the 5 laws we have reviewed today. Law number 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Law number 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Law number 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Law number 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. And law number 45. Preach the need for change but never reform too much at once. Part 10 coming up. Please subscribe to this channel so that you're the first one to receive this video as it appears. In this part, we will be covering from Law 46 to Law 48. Law number 46. Never appear too perfect. Law number 47. Do not go past the mark you aim for in victory. Learn to stop. And finally, law number 48. Assume formlessness.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell notification button to stay notified about our videos. Also visit our website www.home-library.com. Until next time, take care and bye.